Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you had a good week. I also did have a good week apart from the ordeal that I got on Thursday. I had a good week of which I had to go on my hair. For those that can see that I went and undid my hair, of which I'm going to be plaited. I'm going to be plaited sometime next week on Monday, so not to worry. I'm going to I appreciate your compliments of me being beautiful, so thank you for all your compliments. I appreciate all the compliments of me being beautiful. So yeah, thank you for all your compliments. And so I know it has been a while since I taught on something, so here I am, and I've seen that KCA they graduated on Friday. Yesterday on Friday, I've seen also AIU they graduated on yesterday on Friday. For Park, we're going to celebrate our graduates from Wednesday next week. From Wednesday next week till Friday next week. So not to worry, you're going to see. We're also going to see our graduates graduate from. We're going to see our graduates graduate from Wednesday next week till Friday. So to the people that can come, we celebrate with them. Feel free to come. It is our main campus on the Lumumba Drive, and it is called the Pan-African Christian University. So for the people that want to come, we come and celebrate with them. Feel free. And to the people that also follow me on Facebook, there's a reel I posted yesterday. There are a couple of people that would want to speak to their mom or dad, but then there are a couple of them that can't, because either the mom died or the father died or both of them died. So if to the people that have their mother and father alive today, and probably they are aging, and you are not a young adult like me, and you have matured with your age, you need to celebrate. You need to be grateful, and you need to celebrate it, because as I've told you, there are some of us in this our country in Kenya. There are some of us that would want to have the chance that you guys are having of when of that you to that I'm saying that there are a couple of us who would want to just have just chance to even to take that phone call and to call their mom or dad or both of them, because there are a couple of us that their mom or dad died. There are a couple of us that their mom or dad died. And there are a couple of us that their mom and dad died, of which their mom and dad died when they were young. So to the person that is having their mom and dad alive today, and you know you're a mature adult. You're probably in your late 30s, early 40s, early 50s, late 50s. No, know that you are blessed to having that you can see your parents, them there as they age. Because there, as I've told you, there are a couple of us. In fact, there are some of us that would wish to talk to them, but they can't. For example, I've got my mom. Being that she's the firstborn of her family, my mom is not. She does feel blessed to be called a grandmother. She does feel blessed to be called a grandmother. She does feel blessed to be called a mother to me and my siblings. Biologically, I normally say we are 3, but then when we add the children's home, guys, we become 41. So she does feel blessed to be called a mother to the 41 of us. But then she's among them that would wish to just have a talk with her mother or father, because her mother and father died when she was as a youth. Her mother and father died as a youth, of which my godmother also, her mother and father died as a youth. And a couple of them that I call my aunts, and the one that I say that she leaves a legacy, the one that I call Auntie Lucy also, she's not, her parents also died when she was as a youth. So that's the reason actually I'm telling you guys this. That to every person that you are having, and I'm just giving to you guys examples. So to every person that you can see your parents, and as a mature adult, to every person that you can see your parents as a mature adult, use that chance and know that you're blessed to see them as they age. You're blessed to see them as they age. Because there are people that have, and there are examples that I've shown you, that I've told you, and they would wish just to have conversation. They would wish just to have a conversation with their mom or with their dad, but they can't, because they did what? They passed on. So to every person that is black, that you can see your mom and dad, and you can call them, and you can go and have a service with them. If you have a church, that is, when you go to your home in the village, that you can, and that you have a church, or that you have a farm, or whatever you have, know that you're blessed. And so, my friend, utilize the time. You should utilize that time that you have with them. Because as they age, because as they age, as they age, as they age, as they age, they will tend to behave like children. They will tend to behave like children. As they age, they will tend to behave like children. But you take it as a blessing, and once they call you, once they tell you that come and see us, don't ignore them. Once they tell you that come and see us, they call you, for example, no matter what born you are, they call you, for example, you don't take it as stress. You in fact take it as a blessing in disguise and go and see them. Take it as a blessing in disguise and go and see them. Take it as a blessing in disguise and go and see them. Because they are the ones, a couple of us, we are shining today. We are shining today because of their prayers. A couple of us, we are shining today because of their prayers. Why? Because some of us, we tend to forget to pray. But then our parents, what do they do? Take up, for example, a mother. A mother will see that how many children do I have? For example, how many children do I have? So a mother will take, for example, if a mother knows that she has 5 children, she will pray for each and every one of them. She pray for each and every one of them. She pray for each and every one of them. And then take, for example, a father will also see how many children do I have? I have 5. Yes. Let me pray for each and every one of them. Let me pray for each and every one of them. Let me pray for each and every one of them. So no matter what born you are, and you know you are a mature adult, and you know you are a mature adult, and you know your parents are alive, and you can see them, and you know that your parents are alive, and you can see them, and that each and every time, especially even during Christmas, you go and see them. You go and see them, especially during Christmas. You go and see them, or whenever you want to go home, you can go. You can go, and your mom is the one that is going to prepare for you that meal. And your mom is the one that is going to prepare to you that meal. Consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself blessed, because as I've told you, a couple of us and the people that I've used as examples, they wish that they could talk to their mom. They wish they could talk to their mothers. Some wish they could talk to their mothers. Some wish they could talk to their fathers. Some wish they could talk to both of them. Some wish they could talk to both of them. But they can't. Because some of them died a couple of years ago. So for you that can see your parents as they age, consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself blessed, and whenever they call you, no matter what born you are, and whenever they call you, no matter what born you are, go and see them. Go and see them. No matter what born you are, go and see them. Go and see them. Go and see them. Go and see them. And I repeat, go and see them. Because even as for some of them, even as they age, they still remember you. They still remember you and they still pray for you. And they still come for you. And they still sometimes they still come to pick you. To pick you at your events, when you're celebrating some of your events. They still come and pick you when you're celebrating some of your events. So, to everyone that follows me on Facebook, go and read that reel. But that reel is saying, let's learn to celebrate their achievements. Let's learn to celebrate their achievements. Let's learn to thank them. And whenever they feel ill, meaning whenever they feel sick, you take them to the hospital. You take them to the hospital, and whenever they call you, you go. You go. You go and consider yourself blessed. And consider yourself blessed. And consider yourself blessed. And I will tell you, don't call once in a while. Don't stay like, for example, you live alone, then you remember to call your mom or dad after a while, once in a while. Don't do it once in a while. If you can do it the whole week, the week starts on Sunday. If you can do it the whole week, the better. If you can do it the whole week, if you can take, for example, you put on your schedule, you put that you're going to call your mom. For example, that you're going to call your mom consecutively from Monday to Wednesday, the better. From Monday to Wednesday, the better. Or you take, for example, you put it on your schedule that you're going to call your mom, you're going to call your dad from Wednesday to probably Friday, the better. Or you put it upon yourself that you're going to call both of them from Monday to Wednesday, the better. Because I will tell you again, consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself blessed if you have your parents and you are a mature adult. Consider yourself blessed if you have your parents and you are a mature adult. Because as I've told you, with the examples that I've put, and with someone, with a couple of us that would wish to talk to them, especially in our country, and also in the continent in Africa, and also in the globe. Consider yourself blessed, and don't do, and you, it is upon you now. It's upon you now to do the calling. They did their part. So it's upon you now to do the calling. Because as I've told you, and with the examples that I've given you, there are some of us that wish, especially for the mature adults, that wish to talk to both of them, but we can't. But we can't. But they can't. There are some of us that would wish to talk to both of them, but we can't, with the examples that I've put. And there are a couple of them that would want to talk to them, but they can't. And for you, that you can see both of them and you can call both of them, then you're blessed. My friend, you're blessed. You're blessed. So take it upon you to call them, to call them consecutively. Write it in your schedule and call them consecutively, and then visit them. Don't visit them once in a while. No, don't do that. Don't visit them once in a while. No, don't do that. But if you can visit them like twice a month, the better, because you're blessed. My friend, I will repeat it again. You're blessed. My friend, I will repeat it again. You're blessed. You're blessed. So thank you for listening to that. So let me teach you what I've come to teach you. Master both your associations and conversations. So a couple of us, we normally associate ourselves with different people. But then, have you ever mastered them and our conversations and the conversations we have? The companies we keep shape our character. The words we absorb or utter craft our reality. So with the companies that you're going to keep, it will shape your character. And the words that you're going to absorb or utter, it will craft our reality. So with the words that you're going to say with your companies, it will craft your reality. Remember that there's a proverb saying that goes by, show me your friends, then I will tell you who you are. Show me your 5 friends, then I will tell you who you are. Meaning that your friends shape you who you are. Your friends shape who you are. So show me 5 of your friends. Just 5. I do not want even many. Show me 5. The 5 of the friends that you are keeping. Then I will tell you who you are. So if you know that your companies are the ones that you gossip on people. I'm not saying that gossiping is a bad thing. But then there's a certain level that you can gossip someone, and then it will now show your character. But then there's a certain level, there's a certain way to do the gossiping. There's a certain way to do the gossiping. Because for some of us, we contrast on this thing we call gossip because of the way we do it. But then you can do it in the right way. Then character is destiny, and therefore we must build it with intention. Your character is your destiny. So you must build it with intention. Then let your words be few but full of meaning. There's a certain way that we are normally told silence is actually the best weapon. especially when you are angry. Silence is actually the best weapon. Silence is actually the best weapon, especially when you are angry. So that's the reason why I'm going to repeat. Let your words be few but full of meaning. Then, let us not drift in the noise of the crowd. A crowd can be, for example, making noise. But then don't drift to the noise, to that noise. Then let's rise in purpose. Let's rise in purpose. You cannot say that, for example, of not being successful. For example, you are in your late 30s, then you say that I've not been successful in my 20s, in my 30s, and now I'm in my late 30s. No. The KFC founder became successful when he was 65. So you can be successful in whatever age. You can be successful in whatever age. But then, to my fellow youth, let's utilize the energy, the time that we have now. Let's utilize the energy and the time that we have now. Because there are some people that are in their 30s and in their late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, early 50s, late 50s that wish that they could become youth again. That wish that they could become youth again. But they can't. Because there's a Swahili saying that goes by, ujana ni moshi, ukienda haurudi. The meaning of that statement is, and I will speak Swahili here, kijana ni msichana na mvulana. What the society has made us to believe that, in Swahili we say that kijana ni msichana na mvulana. What the society has made us to believe is kijana is just the mvulana. But then I will say it, kijana ni msichana na mvulana. Meaning, as a youth in English, to the people that don't understand Swahili, is you, as a youth, you are a boy and a girl. As a youth, you are a boy and a girl, of which you will become a youth in a certain season. And once it is over and done with. You cannot become a youth again. You cannot become a youth again. You only become a youth at a certain season. You only become a youth at a certain season. So and that's why there are some of us that wish they could be youth again. They could be in their youthful years again, but they can't. That's the reason why, to my fellow youth and to my fellow young adults, let's utilize this time and the energy that we have. Let's utilize this time and the energy that we have. Because in the world right now, nobody is waiting for, especially to every person that will be graduating, especially this year or next year, like me. Nobody is waiting for you to give you the job. Nobody is waiting to do that. Nobody is waiting to do that. Nobody is waiting to give you that job. Nobody is waiting to do that. But then, you're the one that is going to apply for that job. You're the one that is going to apply for that job. But then, you're the one that is going to apply for that job. And then, nobody is also waiting to come and to tell you these are the skills that you need. You have to teach yourself the skills that you need. You have to teach yourself the skills that you need. So, it's upon you. If you're going to be graduating this year, it's upon you to learn the necessary skills that you want, that are required in your field. It's upon you to learn them. And then, if you can create the job, well and good. If you can apply and you get, well and good. But then, know that nobody is waiting to give you that job. It's upon you. You go, you apply. And then again, nobody is waiting and that will come at your doorstep and tell you that these are the skills that you require in this field, in that field of study. You will have now to know the skills. You'll have to know the skills. So, to my fellow youth and to my fellow young adults and to my fellow graduates and graduates, let's utilize the time and the energy. Let's utilize the time and the energy. Because as I've told you, there are people that are in their late 30s, early 40s, late 50s, early 50s, that wish time would allow them to be youth again. But they can't. Because as I've told you, with the Swahili saying that goes by, ujana ni moshi ukienda urudi, that's the truth. You only become a youth at a certain season. And once that season is over, it gets done. So, don't come later on and say, lightning alijua. Don't come later on and start saying, lightning alijua. So if you are a youth, like me, let's utilize this time and the energy that we have. Let's utilize this time and the energy that we have. Because once it is gone, it becomes over and done with. Because once it is gone, it becomes over and done with. And to the people that are mature adults, that are probably in their late 30s, early 40s, early 50s, late 50s, you also can utilize the time and the energy that you have right now. You also can do that. Because, as I've told you, with the founder of KFC who became successful at 65, if he did it, you also can. So it's upon you, you keep developing yourself. And so thank you for listening to me. Do have a blessed Saturday, blessed Sunday tomorrow. See you when you see me next. So watch, like, comment, share and subscribe.